One of the banes of a graphic designer's life is dealing with fonts. Fonts seem to cause all sorts of problems. When you're moving from one computer to another, one platform to another, upgrading to another computer, somehow fonts always seem to go missing and your documents don't display properly. InDesign has some things that will help you out in this, and I'd like to go through them here quickly. So I'm going to open this file that I know has font problems. When I open it and there are missing fonts, it comes in here and it tells you which ones are missing. You can immediately go to the Find Font dialog box and then make your font substitutions if necessary. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click on OK and go straight into the document, and then we'll go into this dialog box. Now, when I look at it like this, some things look normal which aren't normal, and some things definitely don't look normal at all. If I double click in here, you can see I've got these boxes here, and that's because the font Cooper Standard is missing, and there the weight of the font is missing too. You can tell because of the brackets around it that it is missing. However, when I come up here to this one here, Big Caslon, you can see there are brackets around this. So what it's done is it has substituted a font on my screen for me. Down here, we've got the same problem as well. So if you had never seen this document before, it may look normal. However, I am in preview mode. When I go back and go into normal mode, you can see here that there are highlights where the fonts are missing. If you ever see this, it may even just be on a space, not even on a character. It means there's a missing font, and then you will get errors every time you open the document. Now, there are some times you may not want to mess with the fonts, especially if you're opening somebody else's document. You don't have the font, and maybe you're just checking it for spelling or layout, but you're not concerned with the font. You may not want to change it. You may just want to leave it like this, because when it goes back to the other computer, it'll open just fine. However, if this is one of your documents, you are going to want to take care of the problem. One thing you can do is go to your operating system and install the font. I'm not going to cover that now because it's different from operating system to operating system, and some people use software that manages the fonts for them. But it is an operating based problem. If your font is missing, go to your operating system, and however you load fonts on a PC or a Mac, go ahead and reinstall the font. However, if you want to change the font, you don't have that font available to you, we can use InDesign's features. We go to the Type menu and we choose Find Font. Here it lists the fonts that are missing. Now, this is the dialog box we would have gone into at the beginning if we had clicked on the Find Font. It's exactly the same. So here we can see the ones that are missing. Big Caslon Medium. And I can select it, and then I can change it. And I'm going to go to the one we've been using here, which is a Blackadder. I can select it, and the font style, there is only one here, so I don't really have a choice here. I can just go and choose Change All. And then it changes Cooper. Oh, Blackadder is the wrong one here, so I want to go and change this to Cochin. I got them mixed up. Just Change All again, and there that font gets changed for these ones. It's messed up this a little bit, but we'll deal with that later. And now Cooper Standard Black, I'll go in, and this time I will change it for the Blackadder font. Change All like that, and hit Done. This font has changed to Cochin. It's way too big, but I'm not going to worry about it for the time being. However, if I go in and type some text, and here I'll just go Type, fill with placeholder text, select it like this, and come over and apply the text style to it, we've got the error again. So what went wrong? So what I'm going to do is just close out this. I won't save it, and I'll open it again. Here we'll go straight into the Find Font dialog box, and we'll do this one more time. First, we'll choose Cooper Standard Black, and we'll change it to Blackadder. And this time we're going to select this box. redefine style when changing all. So it's looking for the font not only on the page as we did the last time, but it's going into our styles. And anytime it sees Cooper Standard Black, it's going to change it to Blackadder in that when I have this selected. So this is a very important one. Here we can go change all, change it all for us. And then we can go to Caslon Medium, change it for Cochin. Like that. We've got this still checked. It'll stay checked until we uncheck it now from now on. And change all. Overrides have been applied to one or more styles. It gives you a little warning there. Normally I would turn this off because I always wanted to do that, but I'll just click an OK now. Click Done. Now if I come in and type, fill with placeholder text, select it, and come over and apply the style to it. Let me just switch back into normal mode. No font errors. So that's a good one to remember. Always change your styles if you want to change the font permanently. But again, if you're working with somebody else's document, don't change the font permanently because they'll only end up changing it back again.